What's good with y'all, Mo? Welcome back to Paperwork TV. Today we are going to touch on the story of the ATM heist that occurred at Hamilton Liquors uptown on Georgia Avenue that happened a couple of weeks ago. For those that are following me on Instagram, you might already be hip to this situation right here. This is the paperwork for a well-known person throughout social media and the city. On IG, he goes by the name of SMDJUSTIN. In the streets, he just goes by Justin. The government is calling him Justin Taylor. Justin was arrested with two other males after they went on a high-speed chase throughout the city, which leaked over into both Maryland and Virginia throughout its course. Once Justin was apprehended, it didn't take long for this man to start talking to the feds about everything that went down the night before. Not only telling the police that they took the ATM that night, but he also told detectives that the other two niggas he was with stole other ATMs in the past and this was his first time. I cannot make this shit up, Mo. Before we get to it, I need y'all to go and smash that like and subscribe button for me, Mo. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. Now, here's the paperwork. While reading, please keep in mind that Justin's name throughout this paperwork is Defendant Taylor. Superior Court for the District of Columbia Criminal Division, United States. Justin Taylor, March 26th, 2025. Video of the ATM theft shows 4 suspects, including the driver, exiting and entering the truck. The ATM was lodged in the exterior wall of the liquor store, allowing users to operate it from the sidewalk. The suspects used a chain to extract the ATM from the wall, leaving a hole in the wall that extended fully into the store. Detectives interviewed Defendant Doe, who identified himself as Hosea Peterson. Date of birth, February 26, 1986. Defendant Doe will henceforth be referred to as Defendant Peterson. Detective Heffelman read the warnings to Defendant Peterson's rights. He waived and agreed to speak to detectives. Defendant Peterson stated that the last thing he remembered was smoking some type of drug with his friends. He did not remember what happened after that and did not know how he ended up in a jail cell with a bunny suit on. Defendant Peterson separated himself from the offense that Detective Heffelman informed him that he was charged with. At one point, Detective Heffelman mentioned that stealing ATMs was an easy way of getting money. Defendant Peterson responded quickly without thinking, "It's not easy." Defendant Peterson quickly corrected his statement and stated something to the effect of, "Well, it doesn't look easy." Detectives interviewed Defendant Taylor. Detective Heffelman read the warnings, and Defendant Taylor waived his rights and agreed to speak to detectives. Defendant Taylor gave the following account of the night of March 25th, 2025. He stated that around midnight, his friends picked him up at his girlfriend's house, which is located somewhere on New York Ave Northeast near McKinley Tech. He and his friends drove around hanging out and smoking marijuana for several hours. Later in the night, the friends wanted to make a money move, so they stole an ATM. Defendant Taylor could not give a specific location for this offense. He stated that they took the ATM, put it in the white truck, and drove to another unknown location to open it. They left the ATM behind after opening. Defendant Taylor stated that he and his friends went to a second location and ripped an ATM off the front of a store. He said shortly after that, police were behind the truck, and then the chase began. Defendant Taylor stated that he knew his friends were involved in other ATM thefts, but this was his first time. The events and acts described above occurred primarily in the District of Columbia and were committed as described by defendants listed in the case caption.
Now to a police pursuit that started after armed suspects stole an ATM from Northwest D.C., a business there. At this hour, 2 of 4 suspects remain on the run. News 4's Joseph Olmo has more on the early morning robbery.
Not even 24 hours after News 4 reported on 3 suspects arrested for allegedly stealing over $250,000 in cash from several ATMs. Look at this. Another ATM in the DMV has been stolen. This time it happened at Hamilton Liquors, which is on Georgia Avenue here in Northwest Washington. And that hole in the building is where an ATM used to be. DC police say it happened just before 5:30 this morning, similar to many other ATM robberies and burglaries we've covered that happen in the early hours of the day. 4 people who investigators say were armed just ripped the ATM right from the storefront and took it away. Now here is where this story gets even crazier. The pursuit on the Capitol Beltway, traffic cams capturing it all. 1, 2, 3, 4 police cruisers chasing down these suspects. The pursuit, we're told, lasting for over an hour and extending into both Maryland and Virginia. It started at 5:31 in the morning and ended at 6:49 in the morning here at Reynolds Place in Southeast DC. DC police say that 2 of the 4 suspects were arrested at the end of that pursuit, but the search continues for 2 more suspects as yet another ATM in the DMV has been stolen. I'm Joseph Olmo, News 4.
Now my thing is, why the fuck did Slim have to tell these niggas everything that they allegedly did the night before? And what the fuck does what them other niggas did in the past have to do with him if this was his first time on a move? Justin should have just shut the fuck up and let them people do they motherfucking job, Mo. I don't know how he told. Rest in peace, King Von, you hemi. Well, that's all I have time for today. If you're not following me on Diagram at Paperwork TV 202 by now, you're missing it out here. Be safe out here, y'all. And most importantly, stay dangerous, Mo.